What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl T Simone, and I'm back with another amazing video. Now, you guys know 5 days ago I had to be rushed to the emergency room because I was having some problems, but I was having problems all week. Matter of fact, before we get any further into this video, y'all do your girl a favor. Hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel so y'all can be notified of every time I'm dropping a video. Now, y'all can already tell by the thumbnail, you can tell by the title what I'm going to be talking about today. First, let me congratulate myself. Thank God for another day. Thank God, for healing my body. Y'all, I've been through the roughest part of my life, y'all, for a whole week last week. And it got to the point where I thought it was over. I had started having problems with my breathing. They couldn't really figure out if it was, from COVID, pneumonia, strep throat, flu. All of those tests came back negative. They couldn't figure out why I was having the problems I was having with my breathing. So it comes to find out that, I don't know if it's, they said it could be panic attack, but then they ruled it as anxiety. Now, I don't know what really is causing it, but I know that there's certain things that I've been thinking about, for about the past week and a half. I've been thinking about before I started having the problems with my breathing. And it got to the point to where, I became depressed and not really keeping my faith, not really, I was just distant from everybody. I was just completely distant. I wasn't reaching out to nobody. I wasn't calling nobody except for my mom and them, because like, why not? Why would I keep something like this from her? So I called her and I was like, Mom, I can't breathe, and then she was like, well, you need to go to the ER. She asked me, the first thing that she asked me is, did you take your asthma pump? Y'all, I've been taking my asthma pump for a whole week straight. And that's how I knew that it wasn't my asthma, because normally whenever I take my 2 puffs of my inhaler, I'd be good. I've never had an asthma attack that lasts for a whole week. So they couldn't tell me that it was an asthma attack because they did breathing treatment, all kind of treatment, y'all. They did a whole bunch of stuff, chest x-ray, head x-ray, they checked my lungs, they checked for blood clots, they checked for everything. Every test came back negative. So in your head when you're going to get your test done and you can't figure out why you can't breathe, then you like, they ain't doing something right, bro. They need to send me to a specialist. Like, that's how I was feeling. I was feeling like they wasn't doing their job because I'm constantly coming in about the same thing, telling them that I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I feel lightheaded. I get dizzy. My body going numb. I extremely thought that, it was completely over for me. But there was this lady. She's an angel, y'all. She is such an angel. She came into the hospital. I went to the hospital yesterday. Or was it last night? I think it was the day before. Last night. Day before. Because the medicine that they gave me, they was like, if you take this for your anxiety attacks, it'll help with the anxiety. I took it, but it still felt like my heart was going boom, 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 like it was beating real fast to the point where I couldn't catch my breath. So I went back to the hospital and they was like, all of you, we really done everything that we can. We can't really, figure out what's really wrong unless we send you to a specialist, which they did. But my appointment for my pulmonary hearing is not until July. That's the thing for the heart. My appointment for that is not until July sometime. So I was like, that's too long for me to wait. I felt like, they wasn't really seeing what I was seeing or hearing what I was hearing because they didn't put me in the hospital to see, because the only time I had the problems like this was at nighttime when it was time for me to go to sleep. I couldn't breathe. When I'm sleeping, it felt like somebody was covering my face with a pillow. Like I wake up gasping for air. And so I felt like when I went to the hospital, I was getting frustrated. I had to keep my composure with the doctor that came in because, I'm like, bro, like, okay, y'all talking about y'all can't figure out what it is. Something going on, because only at nighttime I start feeling like this. Mind y'all, I got humidifier going, fan going, I got the air pollutant thing going. Everything is going. So it's extremely moist in the air, you know what I'm saying? It's moist in the air. I got the asthma pump, taking the asthma pump, I'm taking the anxiety medicine. None of that stuff was working that night. So I went to the hospital the day before, and there was this lady that came in. She's such an angel. She came in, and you know, she looked at me dead in my eyes. And you know, sometimes they say, you know, God send your angels through people. So I was sitting there, you know, I was just thinking, and then I just started crying, like tears started falling out of my eyes, because I was like, you know, I don't know what's going on. And I got to the point where I was just like, you know, I just put it in God's hands. Mind y'all, for a whole week, I ain't had no good rest. I ain't had no good sleep. A whole week. Why? Because I was scared to go to sleep because I couldn't breathe. Nobody wants to fall asleep and can't breathe. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not the only one that, you know, that's tired but scared to fall asleep because you can't breathe. You just never know, you know? But she was saying to me, you know, if it was your time, God would have took you, you know? And it opened my eyes to see that, you know, all of the tests came back negative. They couldn't find nothing wrong with me. So it had to be something that I was thinking about that was making me still have the same symptoms, which was stressing over not sleeping, scared to go to sleep. So so you know, I was like, yeah, that's true. And she asked me, she said, when you having your anxiety attacks and you come to the hospital, your heart rate calms down, don't it? I said, yeah. And she was like, that's because you know you in a safe place, and if anything happened to you, we can take care of you. And y'all, this lady made so much sense, bro. Like, I was like, that's crazy, because she didn't lie. Every time we would go to the hospital, the symptoms that I was feeling before we left the house was not even there when I went to the hospital. They couldn't find nothing that was going on with me at all whatsoever. So she asked me, she said, can I pray for you? And I said, yeah. So, you know, she prayed for me from the crown of my head to the sole of my feet, y'all. She prayed, you know. And I can honestly say that I might have tossed and turned last night, you know, but when I got out of that hospital, I slept like a baby. And sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes God sends your angels through people, because not everybody that's a doctor, not everybody that's a nurse they'll ask you, can I pray for you? You don't get too many people like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is not genuine, you know, caring about you like that. So I thank God for her, and I'm proud of myself, man. You know, I'm proud of myself because I kept my faith in God, and they got me on a diet, y'all. So they want to see if my anxiety and heart palpitations are coming from the stuff that I'm eating. So I'm gonna just show y'all what I got on my plate. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all what I got on my plate real quick. So on my plate we got toast with cream cheese, eggs, and I got a half a cup of blueberries and 4 slices of kiwi. This is going to be my new thing that I'm gonna be trying. You know, I done took so much full force of trying to take care of myself now, y'all, till it's not even funny. I had a lot of people reaching out to me, you know, oh, can you do this, can you do that? And I know that they've been seeing that I was in the hospital because I was posting about it on Facebook, Snapchat, you know what I'm saying? And I got so frustrated, and I posted on Facebook, and I told people to stop reaching out to me, because I will not be supplying your needs before my health. I will no longer be doing that. If I'm not feeling good, I'm not going to do your hair. If I'm not feeling good, I'm not taking you nowhere. If I'm not feeling good, I'm not doing anything. My health comes first, and I'm sorry to put it that way towards people. If you feel offended by it, then that's your problem. At the end of the day, my health comes first. And but yeah, this is the first day of my new diet. I'm excited to be starting because I just want to see where this is going to take me. You know, being obedient is always good, and I think that was another one of my reasons why I'm having the problems I'm having, because I'm not supposed to be eating fried foods. I found that out when I was 14, but I still eat it. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all didn't know, let me tell y'all something. Those of y'all that eat red meat, I'm stopping. I'm completely stopped. I'm gonna stop doing that. Those of y'all that eat red meat, you're not supposed to eat red meat raw. They go for your steak too. Your steak is supposed to be well done. If you're eating your steak medium well or rare or whatever, however you want to call it, medium rare, all of that stuff that's in that red meat is what can cause heart palpitations, because they also say you're not supposed to be eating meat with blood in it because it's basically still a living thing. But that's what the Bible says. You ain't supposed to eat, your meat with blood still in it. But a lot of people, that's why he died on the cross for our sins, because everybody gonna sin. So no judgment here. But I'm excited. But anyway, I just wanted to get on here and tell you guys that I'm doing fine. Those of y'all that's been reaching out to me, I really appreciate y'all. I really appreciate y'all, man. It's a blessing to still be here. It's a blessing to still be able to wake up and breathe beautiful fresh air. It's a blessing to still be able to just move my body, move my hands, move my feet, move my lips to speak. I'm grateful. I'm blessed. I thank God for healing me. I thank God for just keeping me and keeping my mind and heart sane, y'all, because it got to the point where I was getting so depressed, man. I was getting so depressed and frustrated. But God is always on time, He's always on time, and He's always there to pick up, the pieces that you feel like He's not there for. God is always there. All you have to do is pray, believe, have faith, and trust in God. That's all you gotta do. But with that being said, y'all already know what it is. It's your girl T Simone, and I'm out. Peace.